Hello, everyone. My name is Evan Jacobs. Welcome to another edition of Boxing Time TV. We have got a fight coming up on March 18th that should be fun for as long as it lasts. I don't know how good of a fight it's going to be or even how competitive it's going to be. But Gilberto Ramirez versus Gabriel Rosado. Ramirez is an 8-1 favorite. Ramirez is 31. Rosado's 37. Ramirez is 6'2". Rosado is 5'11". They're both light heavyweights for this, 175, 76 reach for Ramirez, 71 reach for Rosado, 41 fights, 1 loss for Gilberto Ramirez. That was the 1 loss, a loss to Dimitri Bivol. Understandable. Gabriel Rosado, 26 wins, 16 losses. So, like I said, he's got nothing to lose, folks, and we'll see. This is a 12-round fight, 3-minute round, 10 points must scoring system, no mandatory 8 count, 3 knockdown rule wave. Let's get to it. And while we do that, I'm going to do my post on Boxing Time TV. This is coming actually on the heels of the Jake Paul fight that he had with Tommy Fury. I'm probably not giving any spoilers when I say this, but Fury, Fury defeated him by a split decision. It sounded like it kind of came down to the wire, and this is something that will set up a rematch, which might be kind of eagerly anticipated. And there was a big thing behind it. WBC said that should Paul defeat Fury, he would then get a WBC ranking, which could lead to a title shot. But, let's be honest. Jake Paul, fun, takes it seriously, but he loses to Tommy Fury. And the thing is, it would be hard to say, the house guy won or whatnot, because the house guy would have been Jake Paul. And, yeah. So, anyway, yeah. You guys get what I'm saying. All right, and Gilberto Ramirez just kind of, seeming kind of sort of measuring Gabriel Rosado, landing. Rosado's the kind of guy that seems like he's either going to get knocked out or he's going to lose on points to a fighter like Gilberto Ramirez. But you know what? You never know. And this is boxing and anything can happen. All right, so first round in the books. And I think, we can all say that Rosado kind of in survival mode, even in the first round, 10-8, 10-8, 10-9, all for Gilberto Ramirez. He's up by 5 points after the first round. And he comes out, cracks Rosado. And hey, give Rosado credit. He's hanging in there. He's doing his best, given his size and capabilities, and he's trying to land on whatchamacallit on Gilberto Ramirez. So he's doing his best. Ramirez is doing his best, and we'll have to see what happens, folks. All right, looking at this. So I'm seeing what I have for that. that seems to be it. Alright, I guess I'm just double checking. Oh, and Ramirez landing, putting the hurt on Gabriel Rosado. Alright. Okay. Alright. And okay. Oh, and Gilberto Ramirez putting the hurt on Gabriel Rosado. And I don't know that Rosado's going to get up, folks. He took some shots, but he does get up. Once again, you're watching Boxing Time TV. If you like what you're saying, and gets up and walks right into a left hand. And if you like what you're seeing, please like, comment, and follow. Please share these links with your family and friends. We sure love it when you tune in, and we're grateful. And, yeah, thank you so much. And as you can see, Gilberto Ramirez landing hard on Gabriel Rosado. Kind of probably feels like he can do pretty much anything with him. And that's why we're seeing what we're seeing in this fight. And give Rosado credit. He could have stayed on the ground. Nobody, I think, would have faulted him for that. But he's getting up. He's giving the maximum effort. And that's what he always does as he eats another right hand. But he lands on Gilberto Ramirez. Alright, so I just did that. Now I'm gonna... Alright, so we did all that. Now I wonder whether it's probably going to be 10-7s all across the board. Okay. So right now, 10-8, 10-8, 10-7, all for Gilberto Ramirez. 2 rounds in, he's up by 12 points, folks. Gabriel Rosado, I mean, at some point, especially after this round, I don't know. They may want to think about stopping it. We have some other fights coming up here on Boxing Time TV. I think next we're going to be doing Shakur Stevenson versus Yoshiro. I was going to do the Figueroa match, but that's going to be next week, so we got to cross that out. I might do Joyce Zhang Zali. Now, I'll probably do Shakur and Joyce next. No, I'll probably do Shakur, and then I'll do Joyce after that. So I'm going to reorder these. Shakur and then Joyce. Okay, so that's B. All right, so, yeah, we're just doing this. I try to do one of these every single week. Kind of just my way of whatchamacallit, just kind of my way of just, doing a podcast, trying to do something different. I mean, I love pundits. I mean, I listened to 2 podcasts today, the Dan Raphael podcast and the whatchamacallit podcast. The Dan Raphael podcast and the Dan Raphael podcast and the Chris Mannix podcast. So I'm saying I love it, and I love hearing them talk, and I love getting knowledge that I don't have from them. I mean, all of that's great. However, just in doing my own podcast, I'm kind of like, you know what? I kind of want to do things a little bit differently, and yeah, and that's just the way I do it. So we did that. Okay, so I got my Boxing Time TV post. I'm very, very happy about that. We got that going. And, yeah. Oh, and look at that. Ramirez landing hard on Rosado, folks. Ramirez landing hard on Rosado. Loving it. I mean, I'm just loving the action. I mean, and Rosado, you got to give him credit, folks. He's hanging in there. He's outgunned. He's outmanned. Ramirez is so much bigger. Ramirez is probably a cruiserweight, and he's in there. He's taking the shots. I mean, you could make the argument, should this fight be happening, all that stuff. And that is clearly an argument to be made. At the same time, Hey, at the same time, he has fought a lot of guys. He has resurrected his career before. Anything can happen in boxing, and if he's willing to do it, it's up to his management and everyone else to save him from himself. Um, all right. So now 10-8, all for Gilberto Ramirez. He is up by 18 points. Folks, Gabriel Rosado, if he pulls something off, it's going to be amazing here. He's taken some shots. He's been hurt. He's now being measured. Gilberto Ramirez, solid comeback fight for him. Even though maybe not against the best opponent, a solid opponent. So yeah, you gotta you gotta give credit where credit's due, even if it doesn't necessarily seem seem that great. And you have Rosado, who's super duper hurt right now, is continuing to take shots. One thing I'm noticing as I'm commentating on these fights, I kind of rub my hands a lot. I feel that sort of takes away from this. So now I'm trying to put my hands in my pockets. I get excited when I watch this. I love doing this podcast. I love this boxing games here at Championship Boxing. For my money, it's the best boxing game ever, because so many boxing games would never let a fight end in the final round if a guy's totally winning and then all of a sudden some guy lands one punch. Most games aren't going to do that. This game does. And it doesn't have a thing where, you build up power and you're hurt and this and that. You can always come back. That's why even though Rosado's being hurt, should he land, he's against the ropes, he can always get power. It's always possible. That's what I love about it. Oh, I'm telling you, Gilberto Ramirez putting the hurt on him. And yeah, I don't know what they're looking for. I don't know what they're waiting for. But oh, 10-7s. Wow, folks. I'm saying Rosado usually cuts 10-7s, 10-7s, all for Gilberto Ramirez. I really hope this doesn't end up being a one-sided beating, because they should stop this. I mean, guys, the fight's over. I'm sorry. I know what I just said. Oh, you can land one punch, but I just don't see it happening. Gilberto Ramirez, fighter who knows the distance, a fighter who understands the distance. I just don't see it happening. Oh, and look at that. Oh, man, Gabriel Rosado was a veritable punching bag. Pillar to post. Gilberto Ramirez came out in that left hand. It was a hard thing to get up from. Look at that. Gilberto Ramirez getting a stoppage. And the winner is Gilberto Ramirez by knockout. The fight lasted 5 rounds. Ramirez was not knocked down. Rosado was knocked down 5 times. It's all academic. 40-31, 40-31, 40-31. All for Gilberto Ramirez. My friends, thank you so much for tuning in to Boxing Time TV. If you like what we've seen, please like, comment, and follow. Please share these links with your family and friends. I thank you so much for tuning in, so much for giving me your time, so much for spending time with us here today. Hey, it's an imperfect world. It's nothing. This is just how it goes sometimes in the sport of boxing. And our motto here at Boxing Time TV is why wait? Watch it now. Then what's the real thing when it airs and compare? We will see you next week. And with the Shakur Stevenson fight. Thank you so much.